Tavex, Hebrew Israelite, Tavex. Hold on. Tavex, this is New Yeshua Israel, Hebrew on the island too. Tavex, I didn't have my ring on, my signet ring, Tavex, period becoming one. Even in the cartoons, it reveals the curses. Everything that was hidden is coming up. They've done, the heathen Gentiles have put wicked things in cartoons for hundreds of like for a long time rather, okay, for a long time. I saw an interesting one, said I need to share it with you. Yes, yes, ready. Yes, I am. Listen, and this is not for the group to come in. I'm making this video also for pre-notification that I'm going to be doing an interesting video about the Moedim, about the Moedim, and the Moedims are the festival days. You know, we have Pesach, Passover coming up, a couple weeks. And I'm going to do a video about that. It's going to be an interesting video. So this video, what they put in cartoons, is also a notification to stay tuned. Tomorrow's video, today's it's not even tomorrow's video, it's the 16th. I'm going to be doing a video, Truth Seeker. King Reddy said, "Are you glad to see me?" And why would he ask me a question like that? Anyway, I didn't think nobody was going to come on because this is going to be a very quick video. I just wanted to share, my videos and my notes and my videos. And I just want to notify, look out tomorrow, Truth Seeker, for a video that I'm going to do. It's going to be in depth, it shouldn't be long, but it's going to be in depth. I'm going to give my view, my perspective, but my perspective in regards to what I'm reading out of this Tanakh, that other Torah Israelites may not see it. And it's regards to the Moedims, the festival days. We have one coming up, Pesach, Passover, the new year, not the dead of winter, January 1st, demons. I'm going to be giving it, and you're going to hear my take on it. And there's different camps of opinion when it comes to that. So that's the video I'm going to do tomorrow. This is just a hors d'oeuvre of tomorrow's video. But it's something that I wanted to share because when I saw it, I was like, these devils just acting like devils. I ain't shocked, but I'm like, they don't got no stop button. But the Most High uses them to reveal what's going on. Also, Proverbs 16 says, I made all things for myself, even the wicked for the day of evil. Job 9:24, and the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know who runs the earth. So they do all type of wicked things, but you don't realize it says in Isaiah 45:7, the Most High says in the major prophet Isaiah, says, I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace, I create evil. He says, I, the Most High, do all these things. Amos 3:6 says, if there's evil in any city, haven't I done it? When you read Deuteronomy 32, it says, the Most High says, I will vindicate my people. I'm the one that does vengeance. And people don't, people got that Christian, Catholic, worldly, heathen, Gentile mind frame. Oh, the angels are fighting with the Creator. No, they're not. They're obedient devils. They do his bidding. He tells them what to do. They go do it. So there is no war up in heaven or anything. That's Christianity's lies. So let me get down to it. So, Truth Seeker, you're only Hebrew on this video right now, which I didn't expect anybody to come on. And that's why I try to do it this late to make sure like nobody would come on because this is just like an hors d'oeuvre to the video that I'm going to do tomorrow. There's no link between it. This is just something that I want to show you and tell you in reference to the video that I will be doing tomorrow. You got to check out this cartoon. But first, and since if you read my title, it's Israelite, the curses are even found in the cartoons. And my reading for today, we're going to do a little reading because we're going to do a little reading. And two, so you can have your wrench ready. Uh, we're going to do JD Israel, have your wrench ready. This is just an hors d'oeuvre video to my video announcement that I'm doing for my video for, it's not even tomorrow. It's going to be the 16th. But I'm going to do it in the night. I don't know what time. I don't know what time I'm going to do it. Maybe 7, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, something like that. But it's going to be in reference to the Moedim, my take on it, the festival days, and other Torah believers think a little different than me. So I'm going to share that. So it should be an interesting video. Anyway, Israelite, there's there is our curses in the cartoons. Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to start with verse 15. But if you do not, he's talking to Israelites. This Tanakh is the history and law book of the Hebrew Israelites. And only, it's our history. It says in Amos 3:6, it says, out of all the families of the earth, only Israel has he known. He's only right. He says in Joel 2:27, he only dwells in the midst of Israel. Numbers 35:34, he only dwells in the midst of the children of Israel. This is the history and law book of the Israelites. Don't believe the Christian churches. This is a book for everybody. No, they just took our culture and our law and history book and made religions called Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, Shintoism, Islam, and et cetera, et cetera. That's what's going on. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15, but if you, the Israelites, do not obey the Lord your God to observe faithfully all his commandments and laws which I enjoin upon you this day, all these curses shall come upon you and take effect. Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the country. Cursed shall you be in the basket and your kneading bowls. Cursed shall be the tissue of your womb and the produce of your soil, the calving of your herds, and the lambing of your flock. Cursed shall you be in your comings, and cursed shall you be in your goings. The Lord will let loose against you calamity, panic, and frustrations in all the enterprises you undertake, so that you shall soon be utterly wiped out because of your evil doing and forsaking the Most High, says me. The Lord will make pestilence cling to you until he has put an end to you in the land that you are entering to possess. The Lord will strike you with consumption, fever, inflammation, with scorching heat and drought, with blights and mildew. They shall hound you until you perish. The skies above your head shall be copper, and earth under you iron. The Lord will make the rain of your land dust, and sand shall drop on you from the sky until you are wiped out. The Lord will put you to rout before your enemies. You shall march out against them by a single road, but flee from them by many roads, and you shall become a horror to all the kingdoms of the earth. Your carcasses shall become food for all the birds of the sky and all the beasts of the earth, with none to frighten them off. The Lord will strike you with the Egyptian inflammation, with hemorrhoids, boils, scars, and itch, from which you shall never recover. The Lord will strike you with madness, blindness, dismay. You shall grope at noon as a blind man gropes in the dark. You shall not prosper in your ventures, but shall be constantly abused and robbed with none to give help. You shall grope at noon as a blind man gropes in the dark. You shall not prosper in your ventures, but shall be constantly abused and robbed with none to give help. Who else has been, is presently, but shall be constantly abused and robbed with none to give help? It's only the Negroes, who are the only ones who suffer the curses of Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26. The only ones scattered from Ezekiel 36, they're scattered in all the lands, is the Negro. Verse 30 of Deuteronomy 28. If you pay the bride price for a wife, another man shall enjoy her. If you build a house, you shall not live in it. If you plant a vineyard, you shall not harvest it. Your ox shall be slaughtered before your eyes, but you shall not eat of it. Your ass shall be seized in front of you, and it shall not be returned to you. Your flock shall be delivered to your enemies with none to help you. Your sons and daughters shall be delivered to another people, while you look on, and your eyes shall strain for them constantly, but you shall be helpless. A people you do not know shall eat up the produce of your soil and all your grains. You shall be abused and downtrodden continually. Who does that sound like? And no fake Jayish people. Come now. And this, you people with the Edom. Edom is the white man. Edom is not the white man. It just told you our captivity is going to be a people you do not know. So Jacob is the brother of Esau. That eliminates that, guys. I don't know how many times I explained that to you. Verse 33 of Deuteronomy 28. A people you do not know shall eat up the produce of your soil and all your grains. You shall be abused and downtrodden continually until you are driven mad by what your eyes behold. The Lord will afflict you at the knees and thighs with a severe inflammation from which you shall never recover, from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. Now, this happened in the past, but Most High changed not. This is what's going to be in the future. His law never goes away. It's always fulfilled. The Lord will drive you and the king, the Lord will drive you and the king you have set over you to a nation unknown to you or your fathers, where you shall serve other gods, screwing of wood and stone. You shall be a consternation, a proverb, and a byword among all the people to which the Lord will drive you. Vince and King Buddy, they know this word good. N-I space G-G space E-R. They use it all the time. You shall be a consternation, a proverb, and a byword among all the people to which the Lord will drive you. That N-I-G-G word is all over the planet. No other person, group is like that. The Negroes are the only ones that fulfill the prophecies. Though you take much seed out to the field, you shall gather in little, for the locust shall consume it. Though you plant vineyards and till them, you shall have no wine to drink or store, for the worm shall devour them. Though you have olive trees throughout the territories, you shall have no oil for ointment, for your olives shall drop off. Though you begot sons and daughters, they shall not remain with you, for they shall go into captivity. The crickets shall take over all the trees and produce produce of your land. The strangers in your midst shall rise above you higher and higher, while you sink lower and lower. He shall be your creditors, but you shall not be his. He shall be the head, and you shall be the tail. That is the poster child of the Negro. All these curses shall be for you. They shall pursue you and overtake you until you are wiped out, because you did not heed the Lord your God and keep the commandments and laws that he enjoined upon you. They shall serve as a sign. They shall serve as a sign. This cartoon I'm going to show you, it will serve as a sign. They shall serve as a sign and proof against you and your offspring for all time, because you would not serve the Lord your God in joy and gladness over the abundance of everything. You shall have to serve in hunger and thirst, naked and lacking everything. The enemies whom the Lord will let loose against you. See, the heathen Gentiles, aka the apex heathens, the albino types, the SLC 24, they think they got the strength. They think they got the strength to beat us and take us and smarten us. You know, I've done a lot of videos. We made basically all the inventions. That means we're smarter. We have 9 strands of DNA. They got 6 strands of DNA. So the enemies think they got the power. They haven't read the curses of Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. You shall have to serve, this talking to Israelites, in hunger and thirst, naked and lacking everything. The enemies, that's Ruddy and Vince and all guys, the enemies whom the Lord will let loose against you, he will put an iron yoke upon your neck until he has wiped you out. The Lord will bring a nation against you from afar, from the ends of the earth, which will swoop down like the eagle, a nation whose language you do not understand, a ruthless nation that will show the old no regard and the young no mercy. It shall devour the offspring of your cattle and the produce of your soil until you have been wiped out, leaving you nothing of a new grain, wine, or oil of the calving of the herd and the lambing of the flock until it has brought you to ruin. It shall shut you up in all your towns throughout the land until every mighty towering wall in which you trust has come down. And when you are shut up in all the towns throughout your land that the Lord your God has assigned you to, you shall eat your own flesh, the flesh of your sons and daughters, the Lord your God has assigned to you, because of the desperate straits to which your enemies shall reduce you. The enemies have reduced us to straits. Uh, to which your enemies here shall reduce you in all your towns. And she who is the most tender and dainty among you, so tender and dainty that she would never venture to set a foot on the ground, shall begrudge the husband of her bosom. The Negro woman don't like the Negro man for the most part. I'm not going to say everyone, but for the most part. And her sons and her daughters, the afterbirth that issues from between her legs and the baby she bears, she shall eat them secretly because of her utter want and the desperate straits to which your enemy shall reduce you in your towns. That happened before and it's coming again. And zombies are coming and all that other stuff. Malachi 3, the Most High changes not, and Israel has not ceased to be. Isaiah, Deuteronomy 28, verse 58, we're almost done. If you fail to observe faithfully all the terms of this teaching that are written in this book to reference this honored and awesome name, the Lord your God, the Lord will inflict extraordinary plagues upon you and your offspring, strange and lasting plagues, malignant and chronic diseases. He will bring down upon you all sickness of Egypt. You dread it, so, and they shall cling to you. Moreover, the Lord will bring upon you all other diseases and plagues that are not mentioned in this book of teaching until you are wiped out. You should be left a scant few after having been as numerous as the stars in the sky, because you did not heed the commands of the Lord your God. And as the Lord, I apologize. As the Lord once delighted in making you prosperous and many, so will the Lord now delight in causing you to perish and wiping you out. You shall be torn from the land that you are about to enter and possess. The Lord will scatter you among all the people from one end of the earth to the other. I tell you, Israel is in all the lands, and there you shall serve other gods, wood and stone, whom neither you nor your ancestors have experienced. Yet even among those nations you shall find no peace, nor shall your foot find a place to rest. The Lord will give you there an anguished heart and eyes that pine and a desperate spirit. The life you face shall be precarious. You shall be in terror night and day with no assurance of survival. In the morning you shall say, if only it were evening, and in the evening you shall say, if it was only morning. Because of what your heart shall dread and your eyes shall see, the Lord will send you back to Egypt in galleys by a route which I told you you should not see again. There you shall offer yourselves for sale to your enemies as male, female slaves, but none will buy. These are the terms of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to conclude with the Israelites in the land of Moab, in addition to the covenant which he made with them at Horeb. Okay, there's a curse. Hopefully you were enjoying that law reading, because some, I don't know where they get it from, but some people say, oh, you don't read that. My videos are about the law. Anyway, now I'm going to show you this. We're going to call it quits. You heard me yawn about 5, 8 times already. I am tired. I'm going to take a shower, go to bed. Um, But I wanted to share this video showing you that our curses are revealed in cartoons, and the heathen Gentiles put it in our face. All right, check this out. I'm gonna play it a couple times. Let me see what is that. 6 minutes and 3 seconds.
About it. Take this i.s.u.p.k video game, for example. Look at this. As you are creating your character, listen to this. You are able to choose your character's life difficulty by skin tone. The darker the hue, the more difficult your life becomes.
My name is Jim Rickards. I'm a former advisor to the CIA, Department of Defense, and the White House. In a moment, you'll have my own...
Don't worry, this doesn't affect combat, just every other aspect of your whole life.
Now,
okay,
some of you may say that that's the truth. But
all right, hold on. I want to play it a couple times. Wait.
Seek to put a stop to it.
Fair use, fair use.
But when it comes to our people,
fair use, fair use.
Our people allow anybody to disrespect our people and say and do nothing about it. Take this i.s.u.p.k video game, for example. Look at this. As you are creating your character, listen to this. You are able to choose your character's life difficulty by skin tone. The darker the hue, the more difficult your life becomes.
Don't worry, this doesn't affect combat, just every other aspect of your whole life.
Now, some of you may say that that's the truth, but you're missing the point of our people being bullied. Take this i.s.u.p.k video game, for example. Look at this. As you are creating your character, listen to this. You are able to choose your character's life difficulty by skin tone. The darker the hue, the more difficult your life becomes.
Don't worry, this doesn't affect combat, just every other aspect of your whole life.
Now,
okay, you got the point. You got the point. Yeah, we're not anti-Semitic because Semitic is the Afro-Asiatic people. We're Afros. My Afro left because I'm getting older and my hair trying to leave, but it's growing back slowly. As you can see, even though that's a video game, it's a cartoon type video game. They're telling us that our life is going to be difficult. I just read in Deuteronomy 28, it says if you don't keep the commandments, our foreparents, you're going into captivity. You're going to have a whole bunch of curses on you, AKA your life is going to be difficult. They show it in the South Park video game. How ironic. They say the darker you are, the more difficult your life will be. Well, the Israelites are the Negro type people. We're not African Negroes. That's a different dark race people. We're the Shemitic. Our line is from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Eberites. I'm brown. The only reason why I'm this darker brown is because I live in a hot country, sunny all the time, like 100 degrees every day. Lower part of my body is light skinned because I'm a lighter brown. I'm a lighter brown, like that video game. And it's that video game is showing me the curse that I just read in Deuteronomy 28. All Negroes get it, but there's a level to it with these guys. Light skin, dark skin, medium skin. If you're a Negro, they're gonna curse you. They're not gonna do what Genesis 12:3 says. Moses said, I will bless those that bless you and curse those that curse thee. The heathen Gentiles have cursed us. King Ruddy has said some bad stuff. Vince has said bad stuff to us. It's cursed. But they're gonna pay for their insolence, not by us, by the Creator. So that's what's going on. Again, that's all I want to show you. Everything that was hit is coming to the top. The heathens are telling you in their cartoon style video games and so forth that we are the cursed ones. You don't see fake Jewish people with their things and a cartoon about them having it very difficult. It said it doesn't affect your combat, it just affects every other aspect of your life. And I just read it to you in Deuteronomy 28. We are the poster child of Deuteronomy 20, Leviticus 26. Again, listen, JD Israel, it's a pleasure to have you on. Truth Seek, it's a pleasure to have you on. Stay tuned for later today, because it's 16, like, when daytime comes in March 16, and then when the afternoon comes in March 16, when it coming going towards night, I'm going to do another video. And this video is going to be a teaching video in reference to the Moedim, the feast days. And we're approaching the famous, most important one of the most important ones, which is called Pesach, Passover. And I need to discuss some things about that. Not just Passover, about all the feast days. Because I see something that other teachers, other mores or Kohelens, I refer to myself as a Kohelet, that I see that's not being factored in, and I would like to share it with you. So hopefully this was edifying. Let me just go very quick. There's really not too much to say. Excuse me, not Ruddy. He said, are you glad to see me? Well, Ruddy, you can answer that question for yourself. You're a friendly, so funny. Okay. Like I said, if you play nice in the sandbox box, I'm not going to mess with you, Ruddy. True Seeker, Vince Berner, I don't want to be your ally. Vince, who asked you to be our ally? You're not. You're doing us a favor. You don't even know what Ruddy is. Go Google Ruddy Ducks. Go watch my video. Ruddy Ducks, Ruddy Cows. Those are brown with a reddish tinge. Guys, this old stuff, heathens, it's not working. We read, we study, we research. Ruddy's not pale or very, 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 very light skinned. Look up Ruddy animals. See, you didn't lie with that because you figured that we won't make the association what Ruddy is. And your demon people put it out there what Ruddy is. Google Ruddy ducks. And you ask yourself what color is that duck that I'm looking at. Look up a ruddy cow. Ask yourself, what is that ruddy cow that I'm looking at? Look up ruddy spiders, ruddy frogs, ruddy whatever, and then you'll see the color, all shades of brown. That's what the Negro is. We're not black. Black is this Chromebook and my television and my BF Goodrich car tires. And if you think that I'm black, go back to pre-K. Crazy. You've been done with all the lies. Okay. Yeah, you don't suffer the curses. You are heathens. Genesis chapter 10. Japheth had demon sons, Gog, Magog, Tubal, Almighty, and Gomer. And Gomer had wicked sons. I don't even care about the rest of the names. I just care about one of the names. One of the names of the sons of Gomer in Genesis chapter 10 and First Chronicles chapter 1 is Gomer. The son of Gomer is Ashkenaz, Ashkenazis. Those are the isles of the Gentiles. You are Gentiles. Bye. Listen, JD Israel. Thank you, Truth Seeker, JD Israel. Remember, look out for a video probably around 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock today later. And bring your wrench too. This is New Year's from Israel. He on the island too. Until next time. Next time.